From your perspective, where did the FijiFirst go wrong?
I'm not too sure. I think that is something, how it went wrong, people can argue over that.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, I think FijiFirst on its own, a lot of things that it stood for came out very well. It stood for equality. It stood for people being treated equally in this country. That message resonated with a lot of people. People felt safe and secure in the environment. But there were also a lot of complaints about things that people complained about. There's a lot of talk about freedom and all of these things about governance. But then even today, those issues are still exist in our society today. That was probably, the reality is how people perceive it. When people perceive that something else is being offered might be better than what they have today, they might opt for that. Just like we have people that opt to go and work overseas. Some of them come back when what they were promised was not what happened in reality. So I think it's a matter of people's perceptions of what they were getting, what they wanted, and what they were promised.
You believe the party didn't do anything wrong to be not getting the support it once enjoyed?
I think over time you have to be able to evolve also as an entity. You cannot be stagnant at all times because people's, if somebody asks you for a level of service and you provide it once, and he's never had that level of service before, it's big, aha! The next day you provide that same level of service because he's become used to it, he expects something greater. The expectations always increase. And that will always happen for any political party in power. I think it's easier to win one election, fairly hard to win 2 elections, very, very hard to win 3 elections. Once you've been in power, people see your faults. And then when there's a promise of people coming in, or promises of what they will be able to deliver, people are likely to jump to that particular side.
It was, you brought up the issue about freedom. And, there were issues where people faced a number of things and they said, we want these laws to be changed. There was a cry for it. And the curtailing of that may have affected people's views over time. Were there any discussions within the party that we need to revisit some of these things?
There's always discussions on what laws need to be changed, and I think once you're given a ministerial assignment, it's your responsibility to look at the sector that you look at and come up with the recommended bills. And like all ministries do, those things are happening all the time by the different ministers looking after the particular sector that they look after. Because once you become a minister, your assignment is given by, I think it's by the president with the laws that you're supposed to look at. So you focus on that area. The amendments as Minister for Health, I brought up the Public Health Act, changes in other legislation that are under my purview, and you take it up. And that's a normal process of how governments govern. So I would, if there are things to do with information or media, those sorts of things would have been addressed by the minister responsible, brought up to cabinet and discussed.
How was the party affected after Vorenge Bainimarama and Ayah Said Kayum left the party? Mr. Bainimarama brought majority of the votes in it brought majority of the people into parliament with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Most of us got into parliament on the votes and his popularity, the votes that he got. Some of us got 1,000 votes, less than that. We basically got in on the number of votes that he got. So, of course, when he leaves and with the number of votes that he got, there are a lot of people in Fiji that looked up to him for what he did, what he was able to stabilize the country from 2006 coming up to 2014. People, people were thankful to him for doing that, for all of the work and infrastructure development and so forth. So when he leaves, of course, there's a vacuum there. And first of all, the Honorable Attorney General did not come into Parliament because of what was it?
He chose to
be
part of the Constitutional Officers
Commission. Then when he left, we had to keep on going. The leader of the opposition the new leader of the opposition was appointed. We had to keep on battling, dealing with the challenges as they came up. And if you're in government or if you're in opposition, that's what you do. Your circumstances are never going to be good all the time. You have to be able to deal with them and come up with the best possible outcome that you can for yourselves and also for Parliament and for the country.